It's been such a long week, or such a long Champions League week, I should say, because so much has happened. Where do I even start? As we all saw, a goalkeeper scored on Real Madrid in the last seconds of the game to secure promotion for Benfica. It's been wild. And as we all know, Chelsea, the team that I support, beat Napoli for the first time at home since December of 2024. I mean, when I tell you guys so much happened, so much genuinely happened. All right, first let's talk about the top 8. Let's talk about the teams that automatically qualified. We have Arsenal, Bayern, Liverpool, Tottenham, Barcelona, Chelsea, Sporting, and Man City. I mean, what the hell is Sporting doing there? No Real Madrid, no Inter Milan, no PSG in the top 8. This is honestly surprising. Let's talk about who's at the top. Let's talk about who's number 1, who went 8 for 8, and it's Arsenal. And honestly, for the first time in I think their history, they're looking like a threat. They might actually win this whole thing. Let's just be honest for ourselves. And this is coming from a Chelsea fan. They're looking dangerous. And now that they have Kai Havertz back, I mean, it's just a whole different story at this point. If you go back and you look at who they played in their match days and you look at the scores, I mean, it's not even close. They beat Atletico Madrid 4-0, Bayern Munich 3-1, and Inter Milan 3-1 as well. I'm telling you guys, I mean, Arsenal is genuinely running through teams like I've never seen before. This is honestly, they're looking scary. I'll be real. And then in second place, we have Bayern Munich, and they only lost one game to Arsenal, and they beat teams like Chelsea and PSG in their group stage games, and they honestly look scary. And not to mention the fact that Olise and Kane are going crazy in Europe right now, and they also have Jamal Musiala, who's back now after a long injury. And then in third place, we have Liverpool. Fourth place, we have Tottenham. I'm gonna be real. I know I'm gonna get some hate from this if you're a Liverpool fan watching this. I'm not really worried about Liverpool this season. I think you guys have a lot to figure out with Arne Slot. There's just some situations happening on the team. You guys, his defense is getting injured. I know Frimpong just got injured. I know Konate has been out for a little bit. He was having some family issues, some stuff like that. And I really don't see Liverpool going far. And Tottenham, I'm gonna keep it real. I don't know what Tottenham is doing in fourth place. I mean, these guys are basically fighting relegation over in the Premier League. So what is a polar bear again doing in Arlington, Texas? Why are they in fourth place? It's not making no sense to me. Okay, next up in fifth, we have Barcelona, who has looked a bit shaky, can't lie. They lost 3-0 to Chelsea. They lost to PSG in the group stages. They conceded first against Copenhagen, but then we all know they came back and won that game. And they barely got through teams like Frankfurt, beating them 2-1, and they even tied to Club Brugge. So this team is just all over the place, honestly. And yeah, I don't really know if they can make a push to win this season. And next up, we have Chelsea. And honestly, recently, we haven't been doing that bad. I mean, we only lost one game under our new manager, Liam Rosenier, and it was against Arsenal, whatever. We have 2 losses in the Champions League coming from both Atalanta and Bayern Munich. And then we tied to Karabag. And I honestly don't think we're doing that bad in the Champions League. I think when it comes to the Champions League, Chelsea, we're always the underdogs. We're always the dark horses. And I can't lie, I think we're going to make a far push in this Champions League season. I mean, we all saw what happened against Napoli. We ended up winning 3-2. I can't lie, we weren't dominating, because if I said that we were dominating, it would be a lie. I mean, Wesley Fofana had some issues. We have a center back issue, I can't lie. João Pedro played amazing, 2 goals. Cole Palmer coming in the 46th minute and then giving him the 2 assists. So everything is kind of coming nicely under Liam Rosenier, the new manager. But I really think that Chelsea, they have a center back issue right now. And then in 6th, we have Sporting, which I honestly don't know how they even got up here. I'm gonna keep it real. I mean, they have that new striker that they replaced Gyökeres with, Luis Suarez. He's been playing pretty well, but Sporting, if you look at their fixtures, they barely got through in most of the matches. I know they beat PSG, they beat Atletico 3-2. I'm looking at right now. They beat Club Brugge 3-0, lost to Bayern, tied Juventus, beat Marseille 2-1, lost to Napoli. I mean, I honestly don't think they're gonna get far into the tournament. I'm gonna be real. And then in last place in the top 8, in 8th place is Manchester City, and honestly, they've just been so confusing this season. I mean, are they good? Are they bad? They just kind of been in the middle. How are they losing to teams like Bodo Glimt and Leverkusen in the Champions League, and then beating teams like Galatasaray, which makes no sense, because Galatasaray is much stronger, in my opinion, than both Leverkusen and Bodo Glimt. But yeah, that wraps up the top 8. That's basically everyone in the top 8, all their fixtures and all that good stuff. Let's talk about the teams who missed out on the top 8, who I think should have been in the top 8. And first, let's talk about Real Madrid, who placed 9th. So I don't even know how Real Madrid ended up not placing top 8, because before match day 8, they were literally in 3rd place, and there was so much much situations that needed to happen for them to not place in the top 8, and it all happened. I mean, yeah, it's just extremely lucky. And the way that match ended was genuinely one of the craziest ways I've ever seen a football match end. I mean, in the 90 plus 8th minute, Jose Mourinho signals for his goalkeeper to go up, and he scores a header against Real Madrid. And mind you, that header basically secured the playoffs for Benfica. I mean, without it, they would have been eliminated off rip. So under the new management, Alvaro Arbiola at Real Madrid, I don't think things are looking too well. Got knocked out of Copa del Rey, didn't place in the top 8. I mean, so much is going wrong for Real Madrid right now. But like, knowing Real Madrid my whole life, they always do pretty bad in the group stages of the Champions League tournaments, and then they come back and end up winning. I mean, they have Champions Leagues at the end of the day, so who knows, they could honestly turn this all around, but they do need to brush up on a few things, need to, you know, Kylian Mbappe and Courtois can't be the only two players that do everything on Real Madrid. Vinny Jr. needs to step up. Rodrigo, I don't know how he came in late and still ended up getting a red card, which was just, that was insane in my opinion. Asensio, he got cooked even though he provided that assist. So much is just kind of going wrong for Real Madrid right now, and it's kind of crazy to see. And then right under Real Madrid is Inter Milan, and I'm not gonna lie, you guys can, you know, argue with me all you want. I think Inter Milan made me lose credibility in Serie A, because these guys are just getting ran through by every Premier League team. They're losing to Atletico Madrid. These guys, they don't even put up a fight anymore. And after making it to the finals in the year prior against PSG, you would think that these guys would have some fight in them, but these guys are just, it doesn't even look like they're trying out there. I mean, they lost to Arsenal, not Arsenal starting 11. So Arteta put in like Arsenal's B team, and they still ended up losing 3-1 to that team. I mean, I watched that game and it was just embarrassing. But yeah, I'm not surprised that they did not make top 8. I mean, these guys have not been playing the best of football. But anyways, let's just move on to PSG, sitting right under them. PSG, like Man City, they've just been confusing as well. I mean, these guys lost to Sporting, they lost to Newcastle. They've been riddled with injuries. It's just kind of hard to see where they stand right now. I mean, if they would have won any of their games, the Sporting or Newcastle, they would have placed top 8. And I really think they should have won both of those games. They're the Champions League defending champs after all. How did they not place top 8? That's the question we really should be asking. But back to what I was saying, they were missing Hakimi for a few weeks due to AFCON and injuries. They were missing Dembele. I know he was injured a little bit. So yeah, I mean, I'm gonna cut them some slack. But yeah, that's basically who I think could have made the top 8. And let's move on to who I think is gonna win in the playoffs. So there's 8 teams that are gonna come out of the playoffs. I think it's gonna be Real Madrid, Inter Milan, PSG. I'm looking at the list right now. I have it pulled up right in front of me just so I can make things easier for me. So I got Real Madrid, Inter Milan, PSG. I think Newcastle is personally gonna make it out. I honestly think Atalanta is gonna make it out. That's 5. Then Leverkusen, that's 6. I think Galatasaray will somehow pull this off, so that's 7. And then the last one to make it out, I would say Atletico Madrid. That's 8 right there. So yeah, that's the 8 who I think is gonna make it out of the playoffs in the Champions League. But yeah, after the playoffs, after the round of 16 gets confirmed, I'm gonna be making a predictions video, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, that's basically all I have for you guys today. I just kind of wanted to come on here, talk about who, you know, plays top 8, who's gonna get through playoffs, just kind of talk about a whole summary about what happened this week. I've been posting so much short content, so if you guys like short form content, go ahead, check my description for both my TikTok and my Instagram. I'm super active on there. And don't forget to subscribe and leave a like down below. Also comment who you think is gonna win the Champions League. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys today, and I'll catch you guys in the next football video.